here, and then mounting the bus on mount the bath, so that the bath can and might cover those, and then somehow this I don't remember opening this, but so I must use the lever from inside. To do its thing. Right, so this is the bus, and if we have a look here, we'll probably find the door. So it seems to have a latch down there, and then a latch here, so that's what does that. So I've actually never been out this door before, but I think it's quite cool. Oh yeah, it just bangs up against there, and then in here for that. So they seem to be working fine. Then there's a couple of latches there, and that must work on this door somehow. There's a tongue, so it might need some grease on it perhaps, and then that just as a slider in. So the outdoor mechanism's not working, so it's locked from the inside. So this here is the, and then there's that which holds it, so for some reason that is pushing it out to unlock it, but you get to turn this around and then it becomes a seat. So that's good. So there you have it, the bus. So I'm going to have to perhaps go back in again. Now I bought this out for a reason. Right, so we've got this not shutting, or is it not closing down? So it's on the first one. I don't know what that does there, but I think that's preventing it from closing properly. So if I take that off, we'll be able to get into it. So we'll take the tools out. We'll just leave that there. And start work on it. So obviously this was a part of it, and then some mechanism, and that there's got a bit of a wobble to it. So that's the whole mechanism. So that must be just come off there. want a Phillips. There's a problem with working outside is you'll drop a screw and won't know where it's gone. So I suppose I can put this down and then carry on. So this is my first video doing an engineering task with the GoPro 8 here in New Zealand, and we'll see what we find in here. I wonder if it'd be handy to have the outside, to be able to open the bus from the outside with this handle, or would that be a security breach or security challenge? But then if I suppose you don't want to lock it because you want to be able to get in and out. So what we're doing here is just checking out the internals just to make sure that it's all okay, and then we'll be able to suss out what's inside. I put that there. So that's obviously some screws. We'll change our little head for another head, which I think is this one, and then take this plate off. Yep, that comes undone like a Swiss watch. That's a bit loose, and there's one missing there, and then we've got two at the front. Right, so that's that, and last but not least, that one. So we just got to be careful we don't drop these, because otherwise I have to get my metal detector out, and I lost an arrow the other day, so I might go and have a look for that. Now we'll put that down at that end so we know where they go. So that's the top one. And that's the bottom, and then along the side and that's that one, and then that's that one, and then one for there. And then the plate can only go on one way. Whoops. So that one goes there. So we'll just pop that there. Now, so that needs to be tethered somehow. So there's a big screw in here, which is probably a, I wonder if it has a nut on the back of it. Oh no, it just is screwed into the handle. So that's probably what's happened, that's come loose a bit. So that's that. Right, that one can go there. And that's the mechanism there. Oh, I see. So the back one doesn't seem to have a, and that's the tongue. So these need a bit of a tighten perhaps, or not. They look a bit loose. So that pulls up and pulls that in, and then that just sits down the back. So there's no way of opening it from the outside, just the inside, which is fine. So what we'll do is we'll just come back and see if it closes okay. that's hitting on there, so that must guide it in, so maybe a bit of grease on that might work. And then that mechanism, and then we've got our little teethy things here, and then that thing there, well that's what's not letting it lock. So somehow we're going to have to find out about that little thing there, what keeps that in. So there must be a little electronic thing perhaps, or, and that's pretty solid. There's our water going down to the tanks. Right, so there's that. It seems to be a bit loose. I wonder if this can go another way, this tongue. So it seems to be a twisty mechanism there. So there's nothing holding that to there, so that doesn't seem right. That's where and that's why that's moving. So unless it had a backing plate to it, which is a possibility, but then that would be screwed in. So what's happened is the person who's put it back hasn't put this plate on through